Konbanwa. Yokoso, Japanese Quest to it. Welcome to Japanese Quest. Today the journey continues in Xenoblade 2, so let's go right there. This is the world of Japanese Quest, this shared world we're making with all the words you can see on the bottom. All those words we've learned. This is that world that has been created by those words. And today we'll continue, see if we can find some new words, some new sentences in Xenoblade 2. In this game, the focus has mostly been on sentences. But if we find any words that we feel like we want to learn, we can. We left off here, it's been a while, about 4 months ago. The last scene we saw was this one. We're inside a giant kind of continent right now. They're called Arusu. And the basic story is, you can see the two main characters here. Homura and Lexu. We just met this guy. I forgot his name for the moment. Vandam, I think. Her goal is to go to Rakuen, Paradise, which is her home. She's kind of like well, it's complicated, but anyway, we want to go to Rakuen to save the world, more or less. It makes more sense when you play through it. I desu yo. So KitKat, you can see the chat over here. Anyone who's watching, feel free to chat over here. If you want to join us on Twitch, if you're watching on YouTube, you can join us live sometime. Yeah, feel free to ask questions. I'm a Japanese teacher. That's kind of what this stream is for. Creating a place where a Japanese teacher is available. And yeah, to look at Japanese games, to analyze them, break the language down, and hopefully have a fun way to learn some Japanese. Yosh! Ikimashou. So let's see where we are in the game. And let's start. We're right now in Chapter 3 of Xenoblade 2. And you can see the chapter is called Ikusa. So, battle or war is getting started. Lily Hart, konnichiwa. I've not played the first game. Yeah, the first game is good. The second game is good too. We played through the whole first game on Japanese Quest. Right now we're playing through just the cutscenes. And the reason is this is a language channel. It's all language, it's all Japanese, it's all voiced, which is kind of the most important thing. So let's go and let's see what we find. Sa, ikimashou. I'll be pausing and focusing on language and kind of translating as we go. It's all in Japanese and subtitled in Japanese as well, so you get both of those modalities going. Konnichiwa, minna, genki desu ka? Boku wa genki desu yo. Here we go. Okay, so we're starting to see kind of what their relationship is kind of like. He's what's called a driver and she's a blade, so she is kind of his like human weapon. It's kind of complicated, but it's kind of like the system of how this world, the magic works. So she's saying, "Ugokanai." So ugoku is to move. Ugokanai is don't move. So don't move. Let me tend to your wounds. Otokonoko. So you are a guy. So you should be able to handle it. Gaman, to kind of bear with it. Sa, let's continue.
なんです。
そんなこと言ったってしみるもんはしみるってそういうホムラはどうなのさ
So he's saying, yeah, things that hurt still hurt. So how about this?
私はこんなのへっちゃらで。
Okay, so itai, to hurt. So desu ka. So yeah, we just saw this word itai, to hurt, and we just see Lilyheart, one of our party members here too. They said, atama ga itai, my head hurts. Okay, so we see this question here from Kit Kat. どのぐらい日本語を勉強しましたか? So, yeah, how much did I study before becoming a Japanese teacher? Okay, yeah, I can give you the basic breakdown. I've told it a few times before, so I won't go too long, and it's a little complicated, but I mean, off and on, I've been studying Japanese since junior high, so a lot of years. I've never really said my age on stream. I like to say I'm 200 years old. Can keep things mysterious, but anyway, I've been studying Japanese off and on for around 20-ish years, I'd say, and let's see, I'd say serious study about 5 years. Let's see what that looks like. So it was 2 years of college Japanese. So that's college. 2 years living in Japan on the JET program. So I'll put JET. And studying hard for at least one of those years for the NIKU. And I passed the second highest level of JLPT at that time. And then, let's see what else. Honestly, probably 2 years studying and reading a lot to prepare for N1 as well. So maybe more like 6 years. 6 years of fairly decent study. But I mean, college, for example, I didn't study at all. I just, got good grades and didn't care about Japanese. And here, for about 1 year, I studied hard. So I'd say of like really serious study, it's hard to say, but you could say study for around 6 years or so. Yeah, but you gotta understand, it's off and on. It's been off and on. For example, when I came back from Japan for 7 years, I didn't study. And I took it in junior high, but then for years after that, I didn't study. I didn't care about Japanese really until I actually was in Japan and decided I just had to learn it. It was now or never kind of thing. So let's keep going here. Okay, so we see a keyword here. Waza. Wazato. Wazato. Yarimashita. So ima, meaning now. Wazato desho. So that must have been on purpose. So waza to means on purpose. So she's saying you're on purpose trying, to hurt us. Because she did say itai. And by the way, if we see any sentence that jumps out at you, you can indicate in chat and we can add that to our sentence deck. Let me show that to you for a second. So we can look up words too. Like I was looking up hikari. That's one of the characters' name. It also means light. Here's the words we've learned. And here are the sentences we've learned. Last one's from Stardew Valley. Oh no, what did I just erase? Let's undo that. We can add more sentences here today from Xenoblade 2. You can look at this too. There's a grizzly bear here. You could be a different animal there. It's linked from the Twitch page on the language arts section, which means we can kind of learn language arts grammar. SWAT fire, konnichiwa. Yeah, if we got lurkers here, we like lurkers here. If you're lurking and you're learning a language, that sounds good to me. Let's continue.
やってない普通に塗っただけ
So, 塗っただけ. So all I did was put this, noodles to kind of like rub something on, so some kind of lotion or something to heal, I guess. That's all I did.
嘘こう塗りましたよ
Uso. So, uso, you're lying. This is the way you did it.
お前らちょっと見せてみろ
Okay, so please show me something. So what in the world is this?
どうしたってんだどうしてブレードであるお前が傷を負ったま
Okay, so this is kind of the important thing he's getting at. So let's break it down. So, どうして Why? Now, blade, that's what she is. She's a blade. So, blade de aru Omae ga. So omae means you. It's kind of like an impolite way to say it. Don't call someone omae. I just heard a superintendent in Japan calls them grieving parents omae. Their son, I guess, had committed suicide from bullying, and a superintendent called the parents, the father, who used to be a student, called him omae, and he had to step down for it. Okay, so he's talking about her. So, どうして傷を負ったmama? Okay, so kizu is injury. So why do you still have your injuries? I guess implying that normally blades wouldn't have injuries like that.
なんだ。しかもレックスと同じ場所。
So this is the weird thing. Rexu to onaji. So when you see to onaji, onaji means same. To onaji, the same as someone else. So this means they have the same injuries. Like if all of a sudden we had the power, we could cut Homura right here. I guess Rex would get the same injury. I guess it'd be on the same side, right? So here. どうかな? 同じ場所. Yeah, 場所, the same place.
信じられん。そんなことってあるのか。
Unbelievable.
でも事実
But it's fact. Jijitsu, fact.
ただのアクセサリーかと思ってた。
So I thought that thing there on your chest was just some kind of accessory. So Theodore says, isn't it hard to learn Japanese this way if you don't already know the basics? Yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to say that this is an optimal way or even a great way to study Japanese, to be honest. This is a way to apply, hopefully, something that you already might know a little bit in Japanese. But even if you don't know anything, hopefully you can get a sense for how some of the patterns start to work. This is really meant to be a supplement to other kinds of Japanese study, and hopefully a way for people to apply their studies in a unique way. Because there's not really, that I've found, many Japanese teachers teaching Japanese through games as a text. So it's really just textual analysis with a Japanese teacher looking through Japanese games, seeing how the words fit together. I was for years in Japanese class, and I never really saw real Japanese. This is all real Japanese. This is native Japanese, so it's going to be hard. But it can kind of be demystified if we see how the words fit together. So yeah, and no, it's a good comment. I'm not taking it as a put down at all. I'm taking it as, a good question. Good question to kind of see what we're doing here. Yeah, I feel like this is what this can be good for, is cementing words you maybe already know, maybe picking up some new words, maybe getting a better sense of how these patterns of words fit together, and hopefully having some fun and hopefully demystifying some of Japanese. Because I feel like reading in Japanese can seem impossible. To me, it seemed impossible even after I studied for years. But if you see someone else doing it that used to not be able to do it, say, a few years ago, like me, I couldn't read Japanese even a few years ago. I think it can give you a sense of this. I can do this too. If I just keep going down this path. I guess I'm trying to show how the path works.
んなわけあるかっての。
ブレードはどんな傷を負ったとしてもすぐにか。
Okay, so this is the strange thing. So no matter what injuries, again, kizu, injury, no matter what injury a blade has, suguni, so quickly, kaifuku suru, kaifuku to heal, so it will quickly heal no matter what injury they have. But there's something strange, so they're not healing, and he has the injuries too. So something strange here. Wareware wa eigo de wa nan desu ka? So wareware I would say is like us, we. Admiral says, I'm watching you right now for some random words. Nice. Right now I know very little, but still enjoy it very much. Yeah, the goal here is to kind of be a unique Japanese education / entertainment experience or journey. That's kind of the hope. And so that even if I'm teaching horribly, and sometimes I'm sure I will, maybe the words down here could be new for someone. The words we've already learned in past streams. Yosh, let us continue.
回復する。コアを破壊されるか、ドライバーが死なない限り。
So he's saying they should heal unless Fujimi, immortal. And you can see from the kanji, kanji helps a lot for a word like this because shi means death. Fu is just negation, negating it, so like a negative. So Fujimi means never dying. So blades should be immortal as long as their core, which I guess she's got a core here that she'll become. If we die, she just becomes a crystal. And so as long as the driver, us, doesn't die, they should be immortal. Or the core is destroyed.
不死身だ。しかしお前らは。
But you guys.
まあ仕方ないよ。こうなっちゃったんだ。
Shikatanayo. That's a phrase you hear a lot in Japanese. There's no way around it.
困ったもんだな。
So that's kind of troubling. Komaru, to be kind of troubled or worried.
これじゃどっちがぶっ倒れてもアウトじゃ。
Auto. So yeah, if either of you guys gets defeated then you're out. You're dead.
ないか。
一人前のドライバーはブレイドを守るんだろ。
Okay, so a full-fledged driver, they protect. Momoru, they protect a driver, right? Or
な
blade.
ら俺はホムラを守ってみせる。
So I will protect her.
口で言うほど簡単なこっちゃ。
So it's not as easy as just saying it. Ah. Good question. So yeah, hitori means one, but ichininmai is actually a different word. Let's see if we can find it in the dictionary here. So what he said was ichininmai. Okay. So ichininmai is what he said, and that kind of means full-fledged, established, qualified, or an adult, grown-up person. So it's kind of a different word. Meaning, yeah. So what Rex is saying is, so when you're a full-fledged driver, you protect your blade. So that's why. Yeah, that's the fun of Japanese. Usually this is read as hitori, but depending on the context and other things around it, it can change. So this is its own word, ichininmai. But good question. And that's another reason why I really like this for stream, because all of this is voiced. Like, these people are saying it. When I have to read everything, like, I'm pretty good at reading Japanese. I've read over 100 Japanese novels, but I will still make mistakes occasionally. Japanese people even make mistakes occasionally, but voice actors probably won't make mistakes. So that's one benefit of having everything be fully voiced here. Ah! Konnichiwa. Is that a dolphin? Nani kore?
じゃないぞ。
バンダムさん、俺さ、この命をくれたホムラのために二度と死な。
Ah, so yeah, this is something he kind of promised at the beginning of the game. So, nido to shinanai. This is the promise. I will not die again. He promised that to Homura. At the beginning of the game, Rex, the main character, he died. She brought him back to life, gave him half of her life. That's kind of why they seem to be linked now, probably. And so he decided he wouldn't die again. Could be challenging. It's hard to not die, especially in a role-playing game.
死なないって決めたんだ。だから絶対に死なない。そして必ず楽園に行ってみ。
Okay, so this is his goal. To go to Rakuen and to Shinanai, to not die. And zettai ni means absolutely will not die. Nihongo wa tanoshii desu ne.
ホムラと一緒にね。
So with Homura, we're gonna go to Rakuen, her home.
レックス、お前。
楽園に行く聞き捨てなりませんね。
Okay, so we have a new friend here. Dare. Who is this? So I can't just let this go. He's saying.
困るんですよ。脇役ごときに出しゃばった真似をされ。
Alright, so you'll meet some characters in games that are harder to understand. This guy's a little trickier because he tries to speak kind of in this intellectual, or he talks about kind of plays a lot, like the world is a play, kind of Shakespeare's metaphor. So what he's saying is wakiyaku. So us, we are kind of just like supporting players, but we're trying to pretend that we're important. Ah, Zero, konnichiwa. Nijikan. Ah, benkyou shimashita ne. Yeah, I think it makes sense, Zero. So do you mean you're still studying now? Yeah, because you could probably just say Nijikan benkyou shimashita. Like I studied for 2 hours. But yeah, people in chat, you can help each other. I won't always have time to look at all the comments, so it's definitely good if people can... Everyone here can be a Japanese teacher, even if you only know, 50 words. You can be helpful. You have something to offer.
てるとね、脚本が台無しじゃないで。
Yeah, so again, he's talking about everything as if it's a play. Kyakuhon means like a screenplay. So the screenplay will be ruined if he lets us carry on.
義経
Yoshitsune, so that's his name, I guess.
裏切り者に名前を呼ばれる覚えはありませんよ。
So he's calling her Uragirimono.
裏切り者裏切り者
So traitor. Zero says, guess I passed that chapter in Genki then. Ah, daijoubu desu yo. There are different ways to say it. Yeah, Genki is a good book. I've used it for teaching before. It's one of the best books, people seem to think.
ミヤちゃんってばとんだ悪女だったってわけだ
Okay, so she's saying like we're a bad person now because we betrayed them. She used to be with this group called Ida. Ah, Rabbit, konnichiwa. O genki desu ka?
私は裏切ってなんかない
So I did not betray you.
ならなぜそこに？そこがあなたの居場所。
Alright, so this word here, I feel like we've seen this recently. Ibasho. It's like the place you feel like you can be yourself, you're accepted. So he's saying, is that have you found your place now? Your ibasho?
とでも。
私は
おい、あいつは何者だ。
Who is
多
he?
分ホムラを狙ってるイーラってね。
So he's probably after Homura, like everyone. Our blade is very kind of a legendary, special blade. So he's probably after her. Yeah, good question by KitKat asking about Genki. I think they're asking Zero if you're self-taught. Even though I took Japanese classes, in my mind I am self-taught. I took 2 years in college and it helped make a foundation, but I feel like I really didn't learn too much then. I feel like you can really self-teach yourself. There's so many good resources online now, and it's good to take a class if you have the option. A lot of people don't have the option. So what this channel really is trying to do is help people who are self-taught or trying to teach themselves Japanese. And this community here can help each other share ideas, share resources to do that. There's also a Discord where you can share with people, other people who, come together on Japanese Quest. You can talk after stream and share resources. The idea is if you kind of help see what other people do, try that. If it works, keep doing it. If it doesn't work, do something else. But eventually you can find some kind of path to make progress in Japanese. And hopefully this stream can be one fun resource for people as well who are self-studying Japanese, or people who take classes as well.
義経、あんたなんだってここに
So why are you
そ
here?
りゃそこの天の聖杯
Yep, so that's why he is here. Tenno Seihai. That's Homura, so he's after her, like everyone. We're playing just the cutscenes. Just the cutscenes. We already played through the whole game, so we're doing just cutscenes. The reason is this is a language. I'm a Japanese teacher. This is a language-based, language-focused stream. We're here to learn Japanese, and this is all voiced. It's all subbed in Japanese, so pure language. That is the goal.
ですよ。主演女優の姿くらい見ておきたいじゃないですか。
So the main character, Homura, wanted to see her.
真の差し金かい
So Shin is kind of the leader of this group. They're talking about Ida that he's from. So is he the one who sent you here?
ご明察。
So good. Yep, you're right.
ああ、そうそう。真からあなたのことは好きにするように。
All right. So what Shin said is this. Skini suru. So do what you like with them, with her. Anata, meaning Nia. So his old comrade, you can do with her what you will. Yokunai ne, which is not good.
って言われました。意味、わかります？
Imi. So imi means meaning. Do you understand the meaning? Imi. Wakarimasu ka?
真が
Uso. Uso. In the really like dramatic scene in Star Wars, when Luke finds out that Darth Vader is his father, you might remember in English he says, "No!" In Japanese, the translation he says, "Uso! Uso da!" So you don't say no so much in Japanese. If something's really surprising and you're going to say something that you don't believe it, you don't really say no. You say, "Uso." It's a lie. Uso da. That can't be true.
嘘だ
おやショック。まさか見限られないとでも思っ
What, you're shocked? What, you thought we wouldn't abandon you?
てた？お花畑すぎる。
Interesting phrase he uses here. So hana, flower, hatake, field. Put them together. Hanabatake, flower field. Reminds me of I recently watched kind of the One Piece Dressrosa arc, and there's that kind of flower field. It reminds me of that for some reason right now. But yeah, he's kind of saying you're being too optimistic, thinking too much about flower fields. I haven't seen this word used like this, so I feel like this character is kind of just taking some creative license. Nahal is asking a question. Yeah, that's kind of a not super common word, but we can look it up. Let's take a look. But yeah, basically it means to like abandon someone. Let's see what we see here. Mikagi. Whoops, I think I wrote that in wrong there. Mikagiru, to give up on, to turn one's back on. So he's saying, what, you thought we wouldn't abandon you? Mikagiru. Ah, Cyber. I'm Japanese. Nice to meet you too. Hajimemashite. Akira desu. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. My name is Akira Sensei, and I'm a Japanese teacher, and this stream is for learning Japanese, but I am not Japanese. American desu. Sa, issho ni Nihongo de, Eigo de, ganbarou.
でしょ ともあれ、あなたたちの出番はここで終わりです。
Okay, so like your stage time, it ends here.
さあ、まとめて退場してくだ。
Get off the stage. He keeps using kind of this phrase idea. Yeah, that's the fun thing about Japanese. There's always more to learn. Even after you learn 2,000 kanji, you still have more to learn. 2,000 is really not quite enough. If you could write 2,000, that would be pretty good.
バンダムさん
Of course, if you can read 2,000, that's great too. I'm not saying it's not, but to be native level, you probably have to read even a bit more than that. But 200, 300 kanji, that's good. That's a good start.
俺までイーラの手で多くのドライバーがその命
So we're finding out why Vandam is freaking out here. This is the reason. Okuno, so lots of. Okuno driver ga, so lots of drivers. Sono inochi, so their life. Inochi o ubowaretekita. So they've had their lives taken by Ida. So this group has killed many drivers, and he has a whole group of drivers. He's a kind of mercenary leader. So they've probably killed his friends. Which is to him like family. Ah, Sumu-san, konnichiwa. Minna genki desu ka? Chinami ni minna, minna doku ni sunde ka? Boku wa Amerika no Minnesota ni sunde.
奪われてきた。俺たち傭兵団だって例外じゃねえ。
So us mercenaries, we're no exception.
コアを奪うのがその目的って話だが。
Okay, so mokteki. So the goal, mokteki, is to take the core crystals, because when you kill a driver, for example, I believe he's the driver here. If you kill him, the blade here turns into a core crystal. Someone can steal that, and that can be very valuable. Give you a lot of power. Ah, Tokyo, naruhodo. Atlanta. So we have people from Tokyo and Atlanta. Naruhodo ne. いいな。また日本に行きたいな。
そうか。奴がイーラの義経。
Yep, this is the Switch. I believe this game is only on Switch. And yeah, it's a pretty good role-playing game. Most people who play it, even if at first they don't get into it, if they like role-playing games, they tend to get into it. Some people are turned off by the style, and it can be kind of anime style, but for people that like that, some people, it's their favorite game.
You, Zo, Muranori.
Okay, so this is kind of important. Ah, unboxes. Konnichiwa, yokoso. Japanese Quest away. Although I think that maybe you were already part of Japanese Quest, because I feel like I've seen you on Discord, but maybe the first time on Twitch that we finally had our schedules work out. Yokoso, Japanese Quest away. Welcome. Anyone else watching, feel free to follow. You can become a party member as well. The whole goal here is to learn Japanese from Japanese games, or to at least do the best that we can doing that. It's kind of an experimental channel, but I'm a Japanese teacher. My name is Akira, so welcome. And good to finally talk to you face to face, or at least as close to that as you can get. So Hinan, I think I kind of got cut off there. Hinan means to I'm forgetting English now. In my mind, I'm thinking of Japan and people like evacuating from an earthquake, because earthquake, Hinan means to evacuate, which is a very important concept in Japan. So he's saying evacuate everyone in the village, because this is dangerous, this character here. Lilyheart says, Canada. Ah, naruhodo. So we have a person from Canada, Atlanta, Tokyo, Chugoku. Ah, China as well. いいですね。
お前ら。
はい。 るいね。
当然だろ。
いいか。はい。あいつのブレイドカムイは空間のエーテルエネルギーを操る。
Okay, so this gets a little complicated. Like ether science, ether is kind of like the magic here, and so what his blade can do, it can kind of manipulate the ether energy in a space.
つってこっちが使う属性とは相反する場を一瞬で作り出すことができる。
Yeah, so he can basically cancel out different types of powers. Like Zokusei means different powers like ice or fire or whatever, and he can kind of cancel those out, I believe, with his power.
つまり気の抜けねえ敵ってことだな。
So in other words, it's an enemy. We see the word for enemy here, Teki. It's an enemy that we cannot let our guard down around. Oh,
行くぞ。
Australia, なるほど。行ったことないね。Australia もいつか行きたいですね。Okay, so that was that scene. Again, we're just doing the cutscenes, so we can focus just on the language here. So let's go to the next one. It looks like we probably would have battled in the game. Yeah, I would agree, Nehal, because it's used in many different ways. Nukeru. A lot of words like that you kind of have to get used to in context, seeing them in lots of different places. That's one cool thing I think about Japanese Quest is we see some of these words repeated so many times for people that watch that you start to get used to the patterns more. Of course, if you can get to the level of just pure like reading books, it's even better because you get so much repetition with certain patterns. Ooh, so it's an honor to stand on the same stage as the Ten no Seihai, the Holy Grail. He's talking about Homura. So, koe. It's an honor to stand with you on this stage. So, naze. So he's saying naze. A lot of people who don't know much about Japanese, they might still know nani, what? But another good one is naze. Why? So why? Why is the driver getting injured as well? So he's noticing this link between the two people as well.
なんかダメージが連動してるみたいね。
So it looks like they are sharing the damage, these two.
あの二人。
天の聖杯は今人と同じで不死身じゃないんだ。
Ah, so she is like a person, hito to onaji, fujimi janai, and she's not immortal. Interesting. Itaso.
だったら十分弱らせておいた方が後の作業がやりやすく。
Okay, so then if we weaken her enough, then it will make things easier later. Sumu-san, I think it was something else there, but yeah, I'm not totally sure what was back there. The one thing, this game is good because it's voiced, but one cool thing about if you play visual novel games, you can replay lines, so it's kind of easier to go back.
なるね。
危ねえ。
まったく目が離せんな。お前たち二人からは。
Okay, so I can't take my eyes off you guys.
バンダムさん。
こういう敵にはこんな戦い方も。
Okay, so on this type of enemy, again, this word teki is enemy. So koyu means like this type of. Koyu teki niwa. So for this type of enemy, this niwa kind of means like specifically for this type of enemy. Kona tatakai mo aru. So mo also. So there's also this kind of way of fighting for this kind of enemy. Tatakao means to fight. Tatakai kata. The way to fight. And you know what? Since I broke this down so much, why don't we add this to our sentence deck? Because when I do this symbol here, it means we could add this sentence to our deck. And if someone's able, we can try to write that here in Japanese. And if Chad is able to write this here, we can add this sentence to our power level for Japanese quest. And so I'll break the sentence down a little bit more, but if someone can write this, できれば書いてください。日本人でも、まあ、オーストラリア人でも、中国人でもいいです。頑張りましょう。So if you're able to write this, you can write this, and we can add this to our power level. And this Triforce here is kind of a visual cue that we're learning a sentence here that someone on YouTube later can see. Ah, there's the Triforce. We went to the sentence in detail. So again, the main word, since there is no furigana, I will say them. The kanji here. Teki, enemy. And then tatakai kata, like the way to fight. So koyu teki ni wa, so for this type of enemy, kona tatakai mo aru. So for this type of enemy, there is this type of way to fight. いいですか? 誰かできましたか? Is anyone able to write this? I know it might be a challenge. こういう敵にはこんな戦い方もある. That looks correct by KitKat. やった、できましたね. And so if someone wrote it correctly, this sound hopefully will work.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level?
That was the wrong sound. It's been a while since I did this. So that means what's our power level? Our power level is 900. But no, there should be a different thing. Yosh, that means we've unlocked this sentence. Here we go. And Killa has it as well, so let's do it again. Yatta. So we've unlocked this sentence. Let's add that to our power level here. Chottomatte. I gotta add that to our sentence deck. So take a look at it, read their sentences, see if they are correct, and I will do the same. Let's go to our sentence deck here. Here's our sentences. We'll add that there, and I think last time I forgot, we normally want the time as well, so the time is 8:43. I can copy and paste that too, so later we can find this and possibly make a video textbook based on Japanese games. That's kind of the future concept that we can maybe do. If we have a lot of voiced lines, we could make YouTube videos on specific grammar points, for example. So that's what we do here in Japanese Quest. Yosha! And it looks correct. So we can analyze it here, and anyone, you can look at this list too. It's linked on our Twitch page in the language arts section. Koyu teki ni wa kona tatakai kata mo aru. Yosh. Nicely done. So what is this? What? The flow of ether has been interrupted or disturbed. Shohanba ga tsukurenai. Okay. So this word, shohanba, is not one I'm super familiar with, which probably means it's not one that most people need to know. But let's look it up for fun. Shohanba. Was that Sohanba? Okay, so there's Sohan. So Sohanba is not in the dictionary. Makes me feel better about not totally knowing what the deal with it is. But okay, so Sohanba. So Sohan means inversion. So he can't create kind of his like inversion field, which is his weird power to kind of mess up the different ether powers. So he cannot create that because he's interrupting it with the wind power, I guess. Ah, Mr. Konnichiwa. That's one thing about playing Japanese games. You'll always find weird Japanese that you don't normally see in normal life, and it can be a challenge, but that can be fun too, to find kind of weird stuff like that. You don't see that much. Yosh.
案外脆かったな。
So you are unexpectedly kind of kind of weak, brittle, aren't you? This word here, moroi, I see usually translated as like brittle or easily breakable. And he's not talking just about him, he's talking about kisama no waza, technique. So your technique is easily broken.
貴様の技。
Oh, he says mo, so you're not you and your technique. All right. See, the mo there is important. Mo also. So you and your waza, your technique and you are easy to break.
はあ 飛躍どもがそろいも揃って
Okay, so all the wakiyaku, so all these minor players have gathered. By the way, the only one he thinks is a major player is the Tenno Seihai, the kind of holy grail, our blade. That's the one he wants.
票がそがれました。カムイ、物語を再興するよ。
Alright, so I think he's saying like the scene ends here, we'll like rethink of how the story's gonna go. So he's running away for now.
了解
Understood.
ち。
ホムラ
大丈夫かな？
ホムラホムラ
大丈夫じゃないですね。
どうだった？
傷は
So how is she?
大したことない。
So 大したことない. So her injuries are not bad. Again, kizu meaning injury.
疲れて眠ってるだけだって。
Alright, so she's just sleeping. She's exhausted. That's what Byako says.
白子が。
そうか。
俺、また力を使いすぎちゃった。
So did I use too much power again? See, the problem is, so she is his weapon, so if he uses too much power, it can hurt her. It could maybe possibly kill her.
なのかな。
なあ、レックス。俺とあの義経ってやつの違いは何だと思う？
So the thing he's asking about here is chigai, the difference. So what's the difference between ore to ano Yoshitsune? So between me and that guy that we fought, what is the difference? What do you think?
そりゃあいつはホムラを狙う悪いやつでバンダムさんは
So he's saying the difference here, and this is the main difference. This adjective warui and i. So he's saying the guy we fought is a warui yatsu, bad guy, and you are ihito, you are a good person.
いい人
そいつはありがたいことだが。
So thank you, but again, we always see that ga, meaning but, at the end of sentences like this.
どっちも違いはないって言ったらどうする？
So what if I said there's just not really a difference?
村の連中は義のために戦をしてると信じ。
Alright. So the people in the village think they fight for what's right. So, gi. Gi no tame. Let's look up gi. Because usually I feel like I see that with seigi, meaning justice. It's a word you see a lot if you watch One Piece. On the back of all the Marines, you see Seigi. Justice is on the back of all their shirts. And yeah, gi by itself is not as common, but also means, yeah, justice, righteousness. Can also mean meaning. So gi we have here. As you can see, there's more gi options down here, but usually the top one is the most common. So again, what he's saying is the people in this village, they think they fight for what's right, or that's what they believe. This verb here, shinjiru, to believe.
けどな、義のある戦なんて存在しねえ。
Interesting. So, but fighting for righteousness, fighting for justice, doesn't exist. I feel like this is kind of a nice... This is kind of a main theme for this character, Vandamu. So this could be a good sentence to add. Why don't we add here a Triforce? This one could be hard to read, though. So I'll quickly go over the key verbs, and I'm going to take, as people write it in chat, if you're able to write it, I'm going to take a quick break here, too. So again, the kanji here, gi. So gi no aru ikusa. This word here should be ikusa. So like a battle, like fighting for right, fighting for justice, fighting for what's right. Ikusa doesn't really exist. Sonzai shinai. So the verb here, to exist. Sonzai shinai. I'll go over it more once I come back. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Yosha, できましたね. So Kit Kat looks like you have it. けどな、義のある草なんて存在しないんだ. So that looks right, except for it's not nande, it's nante. Nante kind of meaning like for this kind of not good thing, this kind of thing that's not good doesn't exist. So it's a te. So this is the first time I've done this kind of stream for this game in 4 months, partly because I want to take proper breaks because I had a hip issue before. So I'm going to quick do jumping jacks, and if someone can possibly get the Tay in there, I can copy and paste that, and then we'll be good to go. So chotomate, I'll be right back. I'm going to do like 20 jumping jacks. I'm going to power up slightly.よっしゃ。いいね。できましたね。Kit Kat. よくできました。So that looks right. So let's copy and paste that and add that to our sentence deck. Let's see here. Let's go back to our sentence deck. And we can add けどな. So but 気のある戦なんて存在しないんだ. So there is no war, there is no battle that is truly about justice. There's no kind of good fighting. I think it's a pretty good message. Let's add the time signature as well. Yosh. Ah. I got a Neko climbing over me. 1 second, and we'll be back to where we were. Yosh. All right, let's keep this up here for now. So I want to just make sure I went through this sentence properly. I feel like I kind of skimmed it since I went for that break. So, kedo na. So he's saying, but, gino aru ikusa. So this is kind of all one noun phrase together. Or you can take it that way. So, like a battle that is good, a war that is good. There is no good war. Gino aru ikusa nante sonzai shinenda. And this nda at the end means this is kind of like an explanation, like giving new information. Yosh. So there is no good war in the world. Yeah.
義なんて言葉はな、手前勝手な強弁よ。戦は戦。
So war is war, and yeah, whoever, people just will say whatever justice is, they'll define it themselves. Ah, imdemi, konnichiwa. O genki desu ka? Hisashiburi desu ne. Yeah, it's been a while since we've been streaming. We're trying to get back into it. Happy to be back, and good to see you.
自分を守ろうとすればするほどそこには対立が生じ。
Okay, so the more you try to protect yourself, that creates more conflict.
それが拡大したのが戦だ。
And when that expands, then it becomes war.
つまり、俺には。
Okay. So this is a very useful phrase for reading in Japanese because when you see it, you know that someone's kind of giving a conclusion. They're summing up what they said before. So tsumari means, in other words, this is the important thing. For example, on the JLPT, if you ever see this, That's probably an important sentence right after that.
俺の奴には奴の戦がある。
Right. So in other words, 俺には俺の. So 俺 meaning me. So I've got my battle. He has his battle. And from our perspective, we're both in the right.
ってことだ。
でもあいつのやってることは
Yeah, but what he's doing.
当然だ。肯定なんかしねえ。
Yeah, I'm not affirming what he's doing. So, 肯定する means to kind of affirm or say something, you're agreeing with something. But he's saying, 肯定なんかしねえ. So I'm not affirming what he's doing. It's not okay. Ikusa wa chikara da. So war, battle is power. Whoops, wrong button. That's okay though. Yosh.
よ。レックス。戦は力だ。だが力はそれを使う者の心の形でいかようにも変化。
Naruhodo. So daga. So he's saying like war is power, but chikara wa. So we see wa meaning we're talking about chikara. We're talking about power. So chikara wa sore o tsukau mono no kokoro no katachi. So the shape of their heart. So power changes according to the shape of the heart of the person that's using it. Okay, I can't see it anymore, but yeah, the moment you throw something away, then it's all over.
何が正しくて何が間違ってるかなんて誰にも決められねえ。
So no one can tell what's right or what's wrong.
ならとことんお前の大事なものを守れ。
So this is the important thing. So protecting what's important to you until the end. I try to pause for that one on time. We should maybe write down one of these sentences because this is kind of what this character's about too.
大事なも
So this is the thing. This is kind of the main theme, probably for this stream today. Daiji na mono. So Rex has to think about what is important to him. What's the most important thing? Daiji means important, and then mono means thing. So daiji na mono, like what is this important thing that I'm going to try to protect?
それがお前の
So that is your fight. Protecting your whatever is important to you.
戦だ。
俺の戦
My fight. Again, I kind of want to look at this. We looked up this word ikusa because we're hearing it so much. I want to look it up again. So yeah, war, battle, campaign, fight. For that context, probably my fight is about protecting. Kit Kat, good question. I'd say different nuances, and they're used in slightly different contexts. But I feel like taisetsu and daiji that you wrote, both are often translated as important. So those are pretty similar. Tokubetsu I feel like is a bit different because it more means like special, like unlike other things. But they all are in the same ballpark. So yeah, I think you'll just get used to it from context. But that's the kind of thing that even if you're a Japanese person, you could type in all three and then Google some subtle differences, but they're all in the same ballpark. I unfortunately can't explain a lot better than that. But if I Googled it, I'm sure that some Japanese person has answered it in more detail. But yeah, not differences that I worry about too much. Yogata ne, that's a pretty good scene. Oh, I
お
thought it
は
was
よう
over.
ございます。
ホムラ、もういいの？
So good morning. Mo, Ino, are you okay?
はい、たっぷり寝ました。
Yes, because I slept a lot.
だから、
そっか。
Yogata. Good.
よかった。
それより、
So when you're playing Japanese games and you're reading Japanese, it's really helpful to know kind of these signpost words that indicate a shift in the flow of the speech. So soreyori, you know from that she's changing the topic. So you're talking about how she's feeling, but then she says soreyori. So more importantly, let's talk about this next thing. And the thing she wants to talk about, Nia ga. So Nia, Rexu ni hanashi ga aru. So she has something to talk to Rex about. So they want to talk. I think I remember in the game after this, like we could go and run around and do something, but then we had to like find her somewhere in the town to talk to her. So probably this scene will end here.
ニアがレックスに話があるって。
ニオが？
さあ、レックスに話して。ああ。さ、レックス。ちょっと付き合ってほしいんだ。
So I'd like you to like come with me somewhere. So, okay, dokoe, where?
付き合うってどこへ？
By the way, that phrase tsukiyao, it can mean like to date someone, but it can mean just to kind of go with someone somewhere as well. Might be useful to look at and see if there's other kind of nuances, because tsukiyao. Okay, so it's an N2 word, so kind of up there, so it's fine if you don't know it already. So yeah, it can mean to associate with, yeah. So it can mean to date someone, but also it can mean to go along with someone. So two main different meanings here. Let's see if there's any sentence links for it. So you have to learn to put up with this weather. Tsukiyatte iku shikanai. So to put up with something. So you'll go out with me if I don't have to repeat a year. So that's kind of off the screen, but so as you can see there, it can mean to date as well. Anyway, just wanted to show that it can be useful to look at sentences here. They're not always the best sentences, but it can still be helpful to have that sentence option where you go on links here in the Jisho dictionary here.
ガンダムんとこ。義経たちとのことさ、ちゃんと話した。
Alright, so I want to talk to you about Yoshitsune.
来たくって。
ああ、それ。いいよ。俺でよければ。
Okay, she said good.
助かるよ。ミア、最初は一人で行くって言ってたんですけど、レックスもいた方がいいんじゃないか。
Okay, so she was going to talk to Pyra first, but I guess she wants to talk to Rex as
だ
well.
って私が。いや、正直いてくれると助かる。おっさん、見た目怖すぎだから。
Alright, so yeah, she wants to talk to Vandam too, and I guess he's too scary. He looks too scary.
確かに。
Tashikani, so certainly, yeah, he does look kind of scary. Yosh, tsugi wa tatakao mono no ryu. So about some reason for fighting, I guess. Mahotsukai, wizard. We learned that from Harry Potter. You can see word 468. 懐かしいね。
おい、お前ら。どうしてこんな朝っぱらから。
Okay, so what are you here for so early? Kit Kat, Soyo, that is right. Mani out to be on time.
にや、
昨日は助かったよ。
So thanks for yesterday.
あんたがいてくれて。それでね、義経ってやつ。
So talking about Yoshitsune. Ah, Seiku. Ah, konbanwa.
あいつのことなんだけどさ。あたしさ。
おかえり。こんにちは、みんな元気ですか？
実はあいつとなんか。
So she's saying 実は, so actually, like I used to be with them is what she's gonna say, but he's kind of cutting her off here.
公平をやってるとな、いろんな事情を持ったやつと出会う。
Okay. So this is the important thing. 事情を持ったやつ. So he's saying, I understand, as mercenaries, yohei means mercenary. So this is guy like the leader of the mercenaries here. So as a mercenary, we meet lots of people with lots of different jijo, lots of different situations, circumstances. So don't worry about it if you were with them.
国のため、家族のため、金のため。
Okay, you see the power of tame, no tame, for something. Again, this is the name of the scene, so 様々な理由, so various reasons for fighting. You might fight for this, kuni no tame, for your country, or kazoku no tame, for your family, or kane no tame, for money. It's all different reasons that you might fight. So no tame just means for the purpose of something. ちょっと眠いですか？なるほど。Ah. Well, tensai means genius, so normally you wouldn't use that one so much. It's just like the word genius. You don't want to usually call yourself a genius or even call someone else a genius. It's kind of strange. Atamagai means more just like smart. So it's genius is kind of much more extreme and kind of arrogant. Ah, interesting, Metrion says. So what's that game about? Kaeru no tame. So the thing about that, if Kaeru, I wonder what the meaning is, because like if this was like a noun like frog, it could be like for a frog. But if it's a verb like Kaeru, like to go back, then you wouldn't need the no. You would just do kaeru tame. So I kind of wonder.
中には胸に妙なクリスタルこさえて彼女のためだなんて変わったやつまで。
面白いこの人. So he says there's even strange individuals with a crystal crammed in their chest that are fighting for a girl and they like yell that out. There's even strange individuals like that. So it's like the main character of this game, in other words, because we have a crystal in our chest. And again, he's saying the reason to fight here, kanojo no tame. So kanojo, for her, for a girl. He'll protect her.
ている。
俺いや
What? Me?
俺はただ
No, I'm just...
ニア、お前は今こいつらと共にいる。ならそれでいいじゃね。
So if you're with them now, then that's fine. That's good, isn't it?
バンダム、あんたは。
Anta wa you.
それよりレックス、
So again, we see Soreyori showing a shift in topic. So more importantly, Rex, you said you want to do this. You want to do the goal of the game. Go to Rakuen. Yokoso. Japanese quest to it. Karel Liuna. Sorry if I said your name horribly, but welcome to Japanese Quest. Anyone else watching, feel free to follow. You can join us on this quest as well. This is a journey into Japanese games to learn Japanese. I'm a Japanese teacher. My name is Akira Sensei. And let's go to Rakuen. Rakuen ni ikimashou.
楽園に行きたいって言ってたよな。
でも正直困ってる。
But truthfully, I am troubled. Yeah. Interesting. So Metron says, sorry, it's hard. This is where I learned no tame. See, you can learn grammar from games. So you learn no tame for something from the title of this game. So what is the meaning though? So kaeru no tame ni kane ga naru. So kane ga naru means the bell rings or the bell tolls for the frog, something like that. That's a really weird title. We might have to look into this game. We might have to play this. I'm intrigued.
世界樹の近くにあんなのがいたんじゃ誰も近づけないよ。
So near the world tree, no one can get close because there's this big monster. Ah, よかったね。さあ、一緒に頑張ろう。Glad you're here. For anyone just joining, this, I understand, is probably a pretty confusing UI. This kind of, the power level here, this is all the words we've learned so far on Japanese Quest since the stream started in January of this year, 2018. We've learned 900 words since then. We've also started learning sentences. So we have a sentence list as well. And all these words down here are words we've already learned from other games. For example, omoidasu, I believe, is from Zelda Breath of the Wild because you had to remember lots of things in that game. You can see the chat over here. You can see the Neko down here, our first party member. You can join too if you want to be like that Neko. Oh no, is our video not working? ちょっと待って。変ですね。Oh no, it's going. Okay. KitKat says, what level of JLPT would you say these words that we're learning from are? Well, for the first 500 or so, we focused mostly on N5. But to be honest, it's kind of a range. We focus mainly on N5 to N3, I'd say. But we're not limited to that. We'll take any kind of word if we think it's important to the game we're playing. But we try to focus mainly on a bit easier level words or a bit more basic words that you'll see a lot more often. Yosh.
東海の飛行船で渡ろうとしても
So yeah, we tried to get across, but we crashed.
インビディアオートに俺の古い知り合いがいる。
So I have an old friend in the kind of capital here.
そいつなら生き方を知って。
So he may know the way. So iku, to go. Ikikata, the way to go. Earlier we saw tatakai kata, the way to fight. Here we have the way to go, and he might know it. Ikikata o shitteru. So he may know. So, かもしれない, this means maybe. So he might know a way to go where we're trying to go in this game, which is Rakuen, paradise. The world tree.
てるかもしれん。
本当に？
本当に？
うん。ちょうど
So 本当に? Really?
オートに行く用事がある。ついでに紹介。
So yeah, I have a reason I need to go to the Imperial capital as well. I'll go along with you. I can introduce you. Shokai to introduce. So he'll introduce us to his friend. Shokai してやる。
してやるよ。
ありがとう、バンダムさん。
Thank you.
なに？これも何かの縁だ。
So this is some kind of fate. Don't worry about it. 気にするな。
にするな。準備ができたら村の入り口へ来い。
So once you are ready, junbi means preparations. So 準備ができたら村の入り口へ来い. So please go to the entrance of the village. I will wait there.
そこで待ってる。
よっしゃ、次はYazel Yokoso of Rivendell. Nice. We've got an elf. We have an elf in our party. That could be very helpful. Yokoso. Japanese quest to it. Welcome to Japanese Quest. Let's power up together in Japanese in the game. We've got an elf.
じゃあ行ってくる。ユウ、ズオ、留守中よろしく。
Okay. So when I'm gone, take care of the village. He's talking to his two kind of helpers there.
ガッテン、村のことは任されたっす。
So leave the village to us.
おやさ、なんか生き生き。
So boss, for some reason you're really enthusiastic. Iki iki. It's a good word. Let's look it up. Sometimes we like to look up words here on Japanese Quest so we can see even in a bit more detail. So in a lively way, vividly, freshly, animated, active, energetically. So yeah, you're acting really energetic, really alive. 多分私たちのせい. So probably because of us, right? So he's saying you seem more energetic than usual.
してるな。
Great, Ed Greg with the 100 bits. 100 ビット. ありがとう.
まあな。頼んだぜ。
Leave it to you. 100ビット. どうも. Dare, Hayashi. Who is that? Ah, Shin desu ne. So this is the leader of Ida, that group that we were talking about earlier. Haya. Hayasugi. Too fast. So you can see those drivers there churning into crystals. Yazel with the long comment. I will look at it a bit. You can see that crystal in midair because that driver just left. I've been... Ah! Bitto arigato. Iie. Isho ni gamaro. Thank you, Kit Kat. It's the first time I've ever received any kind of monetary compensation from a Kit Kat. I've eaten many Kit Kats in my life in Japan. They've got really good Kit Kats. I've had Kit Kats of all different flavors like green tea. This is the first time Kit Kat is given back to me, so that's an important milestone in my life, I feel like. Domo, arigato. And Yazel says, I've been studying Japanese for 8 months, looking to expand my knowledge even more so that I could use a filter for the streams with languages, and you've been the first person I saw, and I've only been here for a couple minutes. I'm really excited about the stream because I thought about doing what you're doing with Japanese games and media to further my knowledge. May I ask what it is that you did to get where you're at? Yeah, I said it kind of earlier in stream, so I'll just say it really quick, but this is a bit of a different nuance that you asked about. So yeah, I lived in Japan for 2 years, teaching English on the JET program, and in total I studied probably hardcore for around 5 to 6 years. 2 years in college, 2 years in Japan, 1 year there studying really hard. I studied really hard for the JLPT levels, means Japanese Language Proficiency Test 2 and 1. 1 is the highest level. I passed that a few years ago. Then I became a Japanese teacher. But the first time I played a Japanese game, I played, I think, Final Fantasy X. I guess you call it Final Fantasy X, and I could hardly read it. At that time, I was probably more like, I don't know, N5 level, so maybe knew something like 300 kanji, 1,000 words. So I really couldn't understand a lot, but I still feel like I really enjoyed it, and I got a lot out of it. And like certain words that I didn't know before, like words for armor, shields, things like that you see a lot in the game, I learned. So to me, it's a fun way. If you're going to play a game anyway, and you like Japanese, why not combine them? The hope with this channel is it can help people do that. So it can help people kind of find a way into games to kind of lower the bar. Because I feel like to do anything in Japanese with native sources, the bar is really high. Here's a hurdle, for example. The bar is very high. You can maybe get this high, you'll never get to it. My hope is with this channel, we can start to lower this bar a little bit. Hopefully you can jump a little higher and then get over that bar. In other words, make it look less scary, lower the bar, maybe giving you a few more tools to clear the bar and to get you to a place where you can start tackling native materials. Question about the JET program. Go ahead. But let's get back to the game too. Yeah, Lilyheart, I hear you. I have been there. But if you keep going, you can make a lot of progress. But what works for me is, like, if you're going to play games in Japanese. But I would say that more than playing games in Japanese, for me at least, a tool like Anki helped a ton. Because, I don't know, for some reason for me, when I did Anki, I would just plow through lots of words. And then when I would see all those words, I'd see them then in the game, and then I could read much more fluently, and then it became kind of this feedback loop where I'd go from the game to Anki, back to the game, and then other sources of reading, and then I could really start to read a lot better. So it becomes this feedback loop, I feel like. Whatever you find, I'd say add a lot of different pieces to it. Something for vocab, something for reading, and honestly, there's better things than video games probably. If you like read something like NHK Easy News or like news or books can be really good too. But whatever works for you. If you have a hobby of video games like I do, play those in Japanese, and then just keep, this cycle will keep building and you can really start making some progress. So KitKat's asking about the JET program. I'm trying to apply and currently filling out my credentials that I need in order to submit online, and I don't know if my essay is all that good. Would you be able to give me a look at it and give me your feedback on what you think my statement of purpose is? Honestly, I don't think I am really very good at doing something like that. I feel like anyone who knows about, like, I don't know, college essays would be just as good as me. I feel like it's just like any real college essay, and to be honest, I feel like the way they accept people is a little bit random. But yeah, I don't mean to like shut you down, but I don't think I'm a great essay reader, but yeah, if you have general questions, I can certainly help you or Discord. But they're both basically just looking for, I think, a strong interest, a strong passion for being in another culture, things like that. But when I went there, I knew hardly any Japanese, so don't worry about that. Yazael, nice. Studying intensely 2 to 5 hours every day on key, all sorts of media. That's how you do it. Awesome. And the important thing with that, yeah, just keep it up every day. To me, every day is the important thing. So many people stop and then you'll stop for like a year or 2 or 7. I didn't study Japanese for 7 years. But then, yeah, do something and find something that works for you. Do it every day. So what just happened kind of got interrupted, which is good. Good to talk in chat. But yeah, this Shin took down this ship and stole a bunch of crystals. Sumu says, I use HelloTalk or VR chat to practice speaking. Awesome. Yeah, having some kind of outlet for speaking is so important. Some cities have a speaking group too. I really enjoyed being an English teacher in Japan, but yeah, it is some amount of work, but it's much harder if you were a Japanese teacher in Japan. It's really just 8 hours in the office, like any other job when you're in Japan. It's not too bad, to be honest. I found it pretty easy. And then all my free time, I just study. So like half my time in the office in Japan, I'd have nothing to do, so I just study Japanese too. So it looks like the rumors are true. Ten no Seihai, so the Holy Grail. The rumors, uwasa, about this Holy Grail, this legendary driver, looks like they're true. Who is this going to be? Correo says, what would you say is the best way to start learning Japanese? I know both myself, spouse, and kids would love to start learning it. Yeah, Kit Kat, this is a good comment. The first thing is probably learn hiragana, the alphabet. So you and your kids could learn hiragana, and there's great videos online for that. There's one linked. There's the hiragana section at the bottom of this channel that you can check out. But yeah, first step, learn hiragana. Second step, if you're serious, is probably, for most people these days, it still seems to be getting a textbook. For example, Genki is a great one. Getting a textbook to use. Or some people these days go with an app. One popular one is called Lingodeer, I believe. Could do both. And then finding a system that works for you. Like another one that can work, that you can add other things, is Anki, system of flashcards. So really just finding what works for you. And then finding some ways to work Japanese into your everyday routine, whether it's games, anime, whatever else. So finding what works for you, and the important thing is doing it every day, or if you don't have time, at least doing it as much as you can every week, consistently. But to be honest, if you Google that question, you'll probably get better responses and better lists than what I just said. But good first step, learning the alphabet hiragana. It's kind of the key to the language. Done it.
ガキのくせに一丁前にしようってからにボンには荷が重いわわいが天の聖杯のドライバーになったるさ
Alright. So this guy talks strange. He speaks with a Kansai accent. So he's harder for me to understand because I don't know that much about the Kansai accent. But he's talking about us as the driver for... He wants to become the driver of the Ten no Seihai, but right now we are. So yeah, hand her over to me. Hand over that girl to me.
何バンダムさんまたあのくだりやるの
俺はあんなやつ知らんぞ
So yeah, I did not know this guy. Yeah, Tofugu is nice. They were nice enough to feature us for one of their months for like new resources. And yeah, I know they have good sections on things like hiragana. Uh,
まさかお前は
Could it be you?
誰
Dare. Who are you?
お前のことを知らんやと
What, you don't know me?
ほんどれどこのドライバーやわいの名は
So my name
シーク
is Zeke. Zeke is the English name. Jiku in Japanese.
B アルティメットゲン極と書いてアルティメットと読む
Alright, so he is like Zeke, the ultimate, I don't know, something. He has a weird way of talking.
アルスト最強のドライバ
I'm the most powerful driver in all the world of Arusto.
ーやワイのブレード最下が剣
So this is my blade. Is it Saika?
自伝三式号のサ
Kind of like my like electric roaring thunder sword, something like that.
ビになりたいんやったら役者
Yeah, so come here if you want to be like reduced to like, I don't know, rust.
でこんかい
いやいい
He says E. No, I'm good. E meaning good.
いいって
E? What do you mean you're good?
ああちょほんどれちょっと待てや
Chotomatte! Wait!
なんだよ、めんどくさいやつ。
Mendokusai. So this is a word, if you've seen anime a lot, you probably might be familiar with. To be annoying or troublesome. I think Shikamaru and Naruto said this all the time. Mendokusai, they translate it usually as troublesome, I think. So this is like a troublesome, annoying person.
だね。
お前ら3人を舐めとんのか
So what are you looking down at the three of us?
3人。
Sunnin, so she's saying Sunnin 3. So what do you mean there's 3 of you? Yeah, Yatsu, like, yeah, it's a bit more rude. Yatsu to mean like you guys or whatever. Yeah. Probably don't want to say that to Japanese people you just meet.
2人じゃん。
Wait, so it's just 2 of you, right? Where's the other one?
あと1人は
ああ決まってるやんけ
What? Isn't that obvious?
ワイらのアイドル
Our idol.
この亀吉が見えへんのか
What, you can't see our Kamekichi?
ってあれ亀吉ど
Kamekichi, where are you? Kame, by the way, means turtle.
こ行った亀吉
Eh?
どうしたの？
Kawaii. So, probably know that word. Cute.
こんなところに君一人で。
You came all the way over here by yourself.
亀吉何勝手に触っとんねん
So why are you just touching him all of a sudden?
あいつホムラごと連れてけばいいのになんでわざわざ亀だけ持ってったんだ
So they came here to take Homura. Why did they just take the turtle back?
さあ、バカなんだろ。
Sa. So if you just say sa, I mean, it's kind of like, I wonder. Baka. Nandaro. So I guess he's some kind of idiot. Baka. Fool. So desu yo ne. Chotto baka desu ne.
まあええわ とにかくそいつは
In any case, she's mine.
ワイのもんや。嫌やったら実力で
So if you're not gonna hand her over, I'll take her back by force. Or, yeah, you'll have to defeat me by force. Ah, Royness! Konnichiwa. Hisashiburi desu ne. O genki desu ka?
このワイを倒してみや。
Yeah, for like about 4 months we didn't stream because I went hard for 5 months. And when you kind of have a streaming strategy of streaming with a cat on your lap for 5 months, 5 days a week, it might cause some damage. So my hip kind of got messed up. So it's feeling better now. And now a standing desk that's better to sit at. And yeah, good to see you. Hisashiburi desu ne. Mo, bengoshi desu ka? As I recall, you may have been in law school. Bengoshi desu ka? Or was it medical school? It's been a while.
こいつマジモンだ。
Yeah, so I guess we're about to battle here. So let's see how this battle goes. Yeah, Lily, there was a lot of drama. I got bit by a spider as well. The spider took me out for a month. The hip thing took me out for 3 months. And, yeah. Genki desu yo. I'm doing well now, but yeah, there was some drama. But as you can see, our power level is now up to 900 in Japanese Quest, so we've come a long way. So yeah, good to see you, Royness. And of course I remember, because you were one of our first people on Japanese Quest. And I think you were there that first day. And of people that were there that first day, it's kind of scary, you know, that first day, that first week. The only people that show up frequently, I'd say, is my own brother. Although they were under a different name, I believe. So yeah, good to see you. I think you were there that first day. So I do watch that video from time to time. So that's part of why I remember. Yosh. Let us continue. I think that first day was January 8th, something like that, of this year. Royna-san, Genki? So how's med school? Well, you finished it. How's law school?
けどな、
So you guys are pretty good, but...
ワイの究極アルティメット技を見たら
Ah, suge! We got a dragon! Royness has summoned a dragon. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you very much. The dragon will help us defeat this character here. We can hopefully defeat him with the power of this dragon who's joined us. Anyone else who subscribes to Japanese Quest can help summon a dragon. They will help us level up Japanese education on Twitch. At least that's the goal. That is the strangest looking dragon I've ever seen. Let's keep going.
その薄ら笑いも凍りつくで。
笑ってないし。っていうか、究極とアルテ
So he's saying I'll like wipe off that smile off your face, that little smile. And she said I'm not smiling. Waratte nai.
ィメットかぶってるし。
行くで。
And she's dissing him again with what he said, but here we go. 危ないですね。
攻撃降臨アルティメットライジングスラッシュや。
So ultimate rising slash lightning slash, pretty intense ultimate. He kind of like puts a bunch of words together. Asuge. So Roina says, awesome, been sick. Yeah, I hear you, I've been there. Yeah, as I recall, you got that book, Remembering the Kanji, but I'm guessing you're so busy in law school you didn't have time to do it. That's the kind of book that, though, you can use, like, several years down the road. I didn't use mine until, like, I had owned it for, like, 5 years. Did you ever get very far in that book? Did you use it very much, Roinus? As I recall, you got that book, RTK, Remembering the Kanji. And by the way, yeah, anyone who, Roinus subscribed, Summon That Dragon, you can see there's now a subscribe stamp next to Roinus, this badge. It's the kanji for Neko. So he's now gained the power, the speed of a cat. Neko no chikara. Sugoi desu ne. Eh? That's why you don't do ultimate attacks on a cliff.
何だったんだあいつら。
さあバカなんだろ。
So what is the deal with him? And she says, Sa, bakanano, he's an idiot. Ah, nice. Yeah, I've heard that those apps these days for kanji, it's just called Kanji Study App. Those can be really, really good. Honestly, that's what I might use if I was, starting with kanji now. Because I feel like writing would be so good with an app like that too. Even now, I'm not that good at writing kanji. Because you just don't need to write it so much.
稀に見るな。
Yeah, you occasionally see this kind of idiot. Mare means rarely. Mare ni miru na.
行こう行こう時間。
Yeah, Mitsu said, I just got the book. Yeah, it's not for everyone, but for some people it works really well. For me, I found it very helpful. But it's certainly not for everyone. But I think even people that don't go through all of it can get something out of the concept. And yeah, these will be on YouTube. But sometimes I'm lazy about putting them on, like, right away. Like, I have to wait a day because I'm, on Twitch, they make you wait a day.
時間がもったいないよ。
です。
So it's a waste of time. Mottainai. Mottainai means a waste. But yeah, all of our videos will be put on YouTube. And a lot of people watch just on YouTube, but if anyone's watching on YouTube, you can join us here. So let's see how much we have left in this chapter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we have 9 more scenes. That will take a little while. I think we will leave it here today. We'll end the stream here today. But again, thank you everyone who joined. Thank you for all the new party members, all the new followers. Thank you for the bits from Great Ape Greg and Kit Kat, and the new subscription from Greg. Zanen desu ne. Yeah, we've been going for almost 2 hours, so we're gonna end it here. Yeah, we will do this again. I'm gonna try to stream at least at a set time every Tuesday at 8 o'clock, but we'll try to stream some other random times too. Like Greg, you joined us the other day when we did that weird game. I can show you actually. Whoops. This game we played the other day. Last Thursday we played Mama ni Gameu Kakusareta. So my Game Boy was hidden by my mom. We may play that again on Thursday for fun. And the fun with that is in chat, people try to explain how we can find different things using direction words. So we may try that on Thursday or a different time. They will be on YouTube. And yeah, I understand, Royness, that especially being in law school, it's very busy. But yeah, feel free anytime. Stop by and say hello. Always good to see you. And yeah, anyone who was there that first day and that first week, certainly I remember. Because at that time, we had like 10 followers, right? Or less. Now we have, almost up to 3,000 followers. So it's been a long journey since then. 今日は楽しかったよ. So again, we will start up again deeper into chapter 3 next time. Let's see the scene we just saw. So we just saw this one, this ultimate power. And what was that scene called? Gake ni go chui. So chui, to be careful. And then be careful of what? Be careful of the cliff. Gake, cliff. 崖にご注意。さあ、今日はここで終わります。We will end here today. Should we host someone today? Let's say, またね. My na is not going well. またね. See you next time. 今日は楽しかったよ. And let's see. Who is streaming and who can we host? That is the question. ね。今日は楽しかったね. So Karail says, thank you. Happy to find new streams. Yeah, the hope is to be a kind of unique stream on Twitch. There aren't a lot of language teachers on Twitch. There aren't a lot of educational streams on Twitch. We're kind of trying to be both. Matane means like see you later. Or matana. I guess it should be like ne. I don't know why I said na. My bad. Matane. So let's see. Who shall we host today? ね. I think this game could be kind of cool. I think this person is playing... Oh, never mind. Those people are just hosting, so they show up too. Huh. In that case... This is kind of a unique channel. I don't think I've ever hosted them before. This is a channel, they don't use much Japanese, but they're in Japan. All they do is walk just random streets in Japan. Papa-chan is the channel. So why don't we host Papa-chan? And you can check out Japan just walking around random streets. That's kind of why I like the channel. That's what I do when I'm in Japan. I just walk around randomly on random streets and just see what adventures await, go into random restaurants, random konbinis. That's kind of the fun of Japan. That's kind of what they do. They just walk around literally in random side streets and like highways and stuff in Japan. So we're going to host them. And you can check them out, follow them if you like their content. We always try to support other Japanese-related streamers on Twitch. We can all power each other up. さあ、楽しかったね。じゃあ、またね。We will host and we will see you next time. 今日は楽しかった。今からホストします。